your
I
thoughts on
still think Ugly would foderize
what's your
90%.
thoughts on like Phoenix Man being above like the Cadres?
Phoenix Man being above Cadres.
Mhm.
We don't have anything to work with there. There's no way we can scale him besides scaling to Child Emperor,
All right, it's
and
fine.
Child Emperor is
So
massively below, so I wouldn't
All
scale
right.
him
wait,
above any.
wait.
Alright.
So
I-
is the new debate is Phoenix Man stronger than the Padres?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, you need to get a new debate topic if you already agree on the
All right,
last one.
Do you think Phoenix Man is stronger than the Cadres? I think
do.
he's only possibly stronger than 2 or 3 of them.
I think he's stronger than all of them.
Every single one.
Every single one.
Okay, then hit me with that. I will debate that.
Okay,
Okay.
Hold on, let me announce it.
So the new debate is Phoenix
Mhm.
Man stronger than all the Cadres?
Mhm.
And Deadboylife, you're on the side on that Phoenix Man is?
Mhm.
Just making sure. Okay. And then me and Raptor are judging. You both agree to this?
Mhm.
Cool,
Yes.
cool.
We good? Am I still here?
Yes, you're still
Yeah,
here.
you're good. You guys can
Okay.
start whenever you need to.
Okay. So for like a lot of stuff like this, what I would need to argue, or like a lot of stuff in debates, people don't have quantifications. They just go off of assumptions. But in debates, you'd have to go off safe assumptions. You'd have to jump to safe conclusions. So that's what I'm gonna do, like with my scaling. So are you like? Do you agree that Phoenix Man's like in base is a demon?
I don't believe in the ranking system.
You don't believe in the ranking system?
I don't think the ranking system is nearly accurate enough to matter.
Why?
Because we see that people within the verse who use scaling measures are often wrong about their scaling.
So wait. So just because other people are like wrong about their scaling, that just like automatically makes other people wrong. It's like again, that's an argument you can't make. I forget what fallacy it is, but like in and of itself, that's a fallacious argument to make. Just because this person in this verse,
Who's ahead of the I know, but Jiro, who is in charge of most of the rankings for the Cadres themselves, was wrong about a lot of the S-class heroes and their abilities, and as well as people.
that's not true. She's only wrong. She was only wrong about Tatsumaki, and that's just because Tatsumaki was like suppressing herself. Tatsumaki never showed her true power. She just goes off based off what she knows.
Exactly. So she can.
And then she
capable
has
of being
psychic
wrong.
powers. Capable. Yeah, capable. That's an argument from possibility. We have to go off what we know. So if you can, that's what I'm saying. You can't just prove that this possibility would be inherently true in this case.
What possibility?
That she would be wrong in this situation. You can't prove that that'd be inherently true in this case.
But it's the same. Likewise, anything that can be asserted without proof can be dismissed without proof as well.
Wait. Not true. Because you in this instance would be on the negative, which I gave you the reason why she was wrong about Tatsumaki. She like read Tatsumaki's like psychic, like she psychically read her, right, to the extent where she like Tatsumaki was letting her read her to, right. So Tatsumaki let her read her to her suppressed level, but then Tatsumaki like then broke that off. Like yes, people can get stronger.
Can you give me scans for that? Can you give me scans for
Guruguru
the
literally says
situation with Tatsumaki?
Guruguru literally says he miscalculated Tatsumaki. Tatsumaki like was like obviously suppressing herself, and she didn't know Tatsumaki's true power. Are you not aware of that?
Okay. Yes, I believe that she was suppressing her power.
Yeah, and then when she like showed her true stuff, then you realize what Guruguru said after that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said I miscalculated. So that means that she was only like making her measures off of the suppressed Tatsumaki. That Tatsumaki would have been showing herself. And you would agree that Tatsumaki's psychic powers would like go above Guruguru's, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, she'd be able to suppress her psychic powers. Suppress the Guruguru's psychic powers. Yes. So that's why Guruguru would just base her assumption off of Tatsumaki. Not even an assumption. She knows how strong that base Tatsumaki was. But that doesn't mean.
But we know that she has the capability of being wrong, and we've seen within the One Punch Man verse that many people withhold their powers.
She wasn't necessarily wrong. In a sense, she wasn't necessarily wrong. She was right. Like she knew that Tatsumaki scaled to that place, but She just didn't know that Tatsumaki was suppressing herself. And again, as you just agreed to, Tatsumaki would like have like what psychic powers or like override hers so she can suppress Girl's psychic powers, basically.
So let's say that she was in line with somebody like Homeless Emperor. Would you agree that his orb scale above her, Jiro?
His orbs above Jiro?
Yes.
I think his orbs like don't necessarily have scaling. They're like hacks.
Yes, I would agree that they're hacks.
Yeah, they're just hacks. I don't think necessarily have scaling. These are just hacks.
So I'm trying to get across the point that if you have a character,
wait, she scales.
Which,
hold on. Do you know how she scales? Like Cadres off of? Like, do you know like why she scale like gives like certain people like their disaster levels and stuff like that? Like, do you know how she scales?
Is based off destructive capability.
Yeah, and like obviously he'd be that high, not because it's like physical capabilities, just because it's hacks.
Okay. So based off of pure destructive ability alone,
basically.
Then I would agree with your demon scaling then.
Yes. Okay. So I think that applies like P2 because certain characters can't affect certain like okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. We're gonna get into that. Okay. So what I would say was, so you agree that he's initially a demon, right?
Who are we talking about again?
Phoenix Man.
Phoenix Man. Yes.
Okay. So you realize this after he like reincarnates, he like takes a jump to dragon. Do you know that?
As stated by the author.
Yes.
Yes, I would agree. It says that he's disaster level dragon.
Okay. So you realize that like after that, he would take another jump.
Why would he take another jump?
Because he like would like resurrect again and get stronger.
Why would we make that assumption?
Because that's like what's shown. It's shown that it's like that's his whole shtick. Where like did we notice his whole shtick because he literally like equivocates to like Garo by saying, "Oh yeah, if Garo just keeps dying and he's gonna keep getting stronger every time he dies, then that's what he's gonna do to surpass like the Monster King Orochi and shit like that." So that's what we know. It's like you realize he was.
I would agree that he got stronger. I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say in a sense he got stronger.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would. So do you realize that you can't prove why this jump would be like the same or different? Oh no! Wait, you know like why you can't prove like why this jump would be like you can't quantify this jump. Would you agree? The only jump that we can quantify would be the first one, right? Which would give you demons and dragons.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
So the only way we can like give any like label on this jump would be the exact same thing. That's the most safest assumption we can go off of. Because you can't say that he got stronger.
I don't agree.
Wait. Okay.
You can say that he got stronger.
Wait. We can't say how much he gotten stronger, except of like what is given to us, right? So it's given to us is we know that he can jump disaster level to disaster level. Like we know, like that's even stated about like Homeless Emperor. Like it's even like more so implied that what I'm talking about like should be like more valid. Do you want me to send it to you?
Yes. Send scans as much as you would like.
Yeah. So basically, what's the nigga name? Child Emperor says, like quote unquote, his something with it, like his disaster levels getting higher. And this is already after he like took the initial jump. So this is when he's going to the other jump. So this is implying like this is like going hand in hand.
And what specific jump was this? Can you send me the specific jump so I know what you're talking about?
Brilliant Eagle. This is the one after the one he went into Dragon.
Let me look up X Man.
Where am I sending the scans at?
Put it in.
You can put them in 1v1.
Okay. Yeah, right here. Oh shit. Right here. He says his disaster level is like getting higher. No, he's about to raise his disaster level even higher.
Right here. I'll tag you.
Mm. Then he says no, even if he's about to raise his disaster level even higher. I mean, you do know he raised it because now, and like you would agree that like he's like out of like all the monsters, he's like one of like the closest to girls, right? Like, do you know what his job is? Phoenix Man's job
Tell me.
to like scout people to like recruit them like the Monster Association, and you know he
Okay.
asks girl about like people's power levels and stuff like that. So he'd be like the only one that can give an accurate sense to where people are at power level wise. That's how he would be the only person that would know that Hellfire, Gelwin like are like candidates. Girl would tell him stuff. So he should basically have like a what's the word? He should have like a idea of like where the Cadres should scale to. Because he was the one that made statements about like Goketsu and other shit shit like this. And when he's in this form, he like verbatim says, even the monster executives will like be set aside as foils for me. So that's implying that he's stronger than them. What? Ninth? Sophomore, yeah, I think so now. And right here, even the Monster Association executives will set aside foil than me. And like,
Where are
this
you
is
sending this, guys?
I sent it in like my fault. I sent it in a 1v1 chat debate versus. Yeah, it's like he would know like exactly like I already like you agreed to just now. He would like know about their power levels because he would like be like the only one that like has like a relationship with a girl, and like this is like proven what this is proven because like he knows that like Hellfire and Gelwin are like candidates to be executives, so he should like know what executives are. And there's actually like
Okay.
a verbatim scale to like where executives are to like regular dragons. Do you want me to show you that?
Yes.
All right. So are you aware of the statement where like where like Goketsu says like quote unquote, yes, you're a dragon, but there's like people like above you, like me. Just like it's like basically implying there's like a tier above like regular dragons. Do you agree to that? There's like a tier above
Dragon
regular dragons.
Plus.
Yes,
I
basically.
think the Dragon Plus.
Yeah,
That's what I just say.
yeah. So like right here, basically, he takes a jump, like a disaster, like the Fingers Man takes a disaster level jump, right? Where this right here could put him in the same tiers of executives or like higher. But I'd like to go higher or like just like a little bit higher as like based off what he says. And he would know who. So you realize that Phoenix Man after this week like, even get like another like get stronger too after that, right?
Yes, he could get stronger.
What wait, like he gets like another amp after this.
He gets another amp after this.
Yes.
Can you show me?
Yeah. So do you remember like when like he like what's the nigga name? Child Emperor threw like the Kamehameha thing at him?
Yes, I'm aware.
He absorbed it and like the same thing happened, like how he resurrected. That same shit happened again. I'll send it again.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Here, it's like the same like little like sunbeam thing. That's the only thing I can just assume. Anyways, this is him just getting another amp on top of him already being executive or above executive level. This
I
is
don't
just him
think that's
getting
an
another
amp.
This right here? Yes, it is. It seems that my
Why would it be
coronation
an
has
amp?
the blessings of the heavens. All right. Do you know? Okay, okay, I'll explain it again. Every time he resurrects, he jumps like a disaster level. Like he's getting amped as he resurrects. Right? That's like something you already agreed upon.
Yes.
What's the nigga name? He throws a blast at him, right? And then that like the same way he resurrects, like before, he does it again.
Can you tell me what
And then,
chapter this is?
I honestly forgot.
I'll get it.
All right.
And it is chapter 100.
Here, right here, and like we know, like he gets like
For the Viz, it starts at 98. That's when they
right
start
here.
fighting.
And that's just like you showing like the forms are different. Like now he was, let's say if I say the regular jump, like when you jump to dragon, so like when you jump to like dragon plus or above dragon, he'd be around like executive level or like above them. He's like slightly above them. He says now he'd like just be verbatim above them. He'd be like around Orochi level now. Or like above dragon. I'm not gonna like rat and say God, but I'll just see how you like give a reputation to it. But yeah, like I'd say
No,
like
that's not a resurrection. That's injury.
when how
when he gets hit by the Child Emperor cannon blast, that's injury. He survived that. He didn't die and then resurrect.
Oh, he survived it. All right. So what happened after that?
Yes.
What happened after that?
He scales the same. What do you mean by what happened?
What happened after that? Like, does he not verbatim say I'll absorb it?
Does absorbing mean that he gains the power?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. It just means that he negs the power.
Wait. Yes, it would. You impute it. I'll absorb it till there's nothing left, and then we like intuitively see him like look stronger after that. As soon as you witness
How does he
me,
look stronger to
hold
me?
on. Well,
To me, it
hold
looks
on.
like-
As
Okay,
soon as you
you can keep
witness
going.
me, the costume monster resurrected Phoenix Man in his splendid power. So, like, the context is power, right? In this instance, after he absorbed it, will change your mind. I just wanted to transform you into an ally in a perfect physical condition. It's like, yeah, we do know that the context here.
Can you send that?
Yeah, I already sent it in 1v1 chat debate versus. We do know the context here would be power. That's the context in the situation. It'd be referring to power.
All right, exactly. As soon as you witness me, the costume monster resurrected Phoenix Man and his splendid power, you will change your mind. I just wanted to transform you in an ally in perfect physical condition. How does this have relevance to my argument?
Well, I've already explained. If you didn't hear me explain, I'll explain it again. So
Yes.
I'm using like interpretation, and then I guess this have to go on like the judges. Basically, he throws a blast. I'm interpreting this. If you absorb something, like right, you can put it like within you, right? So like that would be like an amp. Like if you would absorb it, right? That's what I would say personally. But I think that's backed up because after this, he starts talking about power and peak condition and being like splendid power and saying he will change his mind and stuff like that. And obviously, through the context in the fight, we do know that he just keeps getting stronger. Like that's like his whole shtick, right? So I think he's just still following the same shtick as just getting stronger. As like again, intuitively, he just looks stronger, right? But that's an argument based off like belief. So I don't want to do that, right? But obviously, I would have to go off context, and within the context in the scan, he's talking about power. Then he verbatim says he absorbs it. And then, like, do you know what it means, like, to absorb something?
Yes, I will send you one definition of what it means to absorb in chat.
Take in, soak up, take in. So he takes in the power. So like that, the power that he like, whatever Child Emperor threw in at him, he put like it's in him now. So added on to the power he already has,
Why would we add it onto his power?
Because that's what absorber means. He's taking it in. It'd be different if he would take it out of himself.
It just means he's using his body as a medium to negate the attack. It doesn't mean that necessarily he's taking it and turning it into his own power.
Wait, not necessarily. In that case, then they would have used the word negate, but they obviously used the word take in, and we do see his whole costume light up, and we see him grow muscle. Like we see him literally grow muscles right here, right? And like I said, that's why I keep using the word like intuitively.
Grow
We see
muscles
him
where?
grow on his arms and his legs. Because he's obviously like skinnier before. I'll show you the difference. He's obviously skinnier before, and then now he's like gotten like muscles and like thigh muscles and shit like that. And again, I don't like making arguments like this, but this is like verbatim showing like growth, progression. And again, I'm thinking this is also referring to strength as he keeps talking about strength after this. So yes, I do think this would just mean that he absorbed whatever he took in at him. So he took it in, right? He put that like onto his strength as again using the context of the fight and the character. Phoenix Man's whole stick is just getting stronger.
Let me show you something. That's after?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are we talking about the same scene?
This should be the same scene, right?
What? You might have Let me see.
And right here, like it verbatim says a near-death experience. So like he doesn't have to die. So yeah, again,
I think you might be using the pre-redraw version of the manga,
what does that like do with anything?
because if you're using the pre-redraw version of the manga, then your scales don't have relevancy as they were altered.
Why? Wait, why? Why did he redraw it? I know
They
the reason why.
redraw.
Wait, I know the reason why he redraw it, but explain why why do you think he redraw it? And tell the truth too. 'Cause I know exactly why. It's like a verbatim stated. He's like stated on his Twitter before. So I know why he redraws it. If you're gonna argue to retcon, that's not what it is. He
What do
just
you mean to
says,
retcon?
yeah, this isn't a retcon. When like the reason, like if like you making this argument saying that it's redrawn this, that, and the third, so that means like it's
Yes,
not. Yeah, no, it's not.
it's
That's
not
not.
canonical.
That's not true. Why do you think he redraws it? There's like a verbatim. There's a verbatim statement out there that
They
shows why he
redraw to
redraws.
fix. They show why
No, that's not why.
it's to fix the
That
canonical version of the
that's
webcomic.
not.
I mean the
That's
manga.
that's not why he redraws it. You know that's not why he redraws it either, right?
So what do you think we take precedent over? Do you think we prioritize the actual canonical version of the manga, or do you think we
I
do
don't
an
think
outdated version?
I don't think it's outdated. I just think he just redraws it because he doesn't think he drew it good enough. That's kind of what he says. Did someone
Um,
get that statement?
I
Like it's in an
I
interview.
would
He verbatim says
I
that
would
he redraws it because he doesn't think he drew it. He didn't put in a good enough job into it before. That's why we know in
that
the
is a
arena.
potential reason. That is a potential reason, yes, but it's also stated that if an idea or an action is portrayed incorrectly, that he will redraw it to further match what it should be canonically correct.
I don't think that's. I don't. Okay, he's making his own canon within like the series right now. You know that, right? You know,
What do you mean by that?
You know anything like this whole fight with Phoenix Man? What he's doing, like him, even in general, getting like stronger. I don't know what you mean by canon. It's not canon to the webcomic. I hope you know that. It's like what is he trying to be canon to?
Canon to what is going to be the official manga / anime version.
Yeah, and I do not think that him just redrawing it makes it non-canon. I do think he redraws it just because he doesn't think he did a good enough job on drawing it before.
So if I went to the webcomic and I took a scan from a webcomic and I told you, here's a scan, this is why I think blah 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 is stronger than someone else. Would you take that into consideration?
And my fault. And my fault. I missed the whole resurrection. My fault. That's my fault. Um, he okay. He my fault. I fucked up. He initially takes the jump from Dragon, then he goes the Phoenix Fire Falcon mode.
Okay, can you tell me where this is?
I got you. I'll send it to that. That's my fault. I completely forgot about these ones. This is right. This is like right after. This is right after. He like takes the initial jump to Dragon. Then he goes the
And can you send where it says that he's dragon?
no. But I already sent that scan. Wait, like where you would agree that like he first become when he first takes when he was a demon, then he became a dragon, right? This
Where
is
specifically?
you like did we not like already like come to the consensus that he was a demon, then he became a dragon?
I'm
we not?
thinking of a specific scan. Okay, I will find my scan. Sorry.
Like yeah, right here. He like when he becomes a dragon. Yes, resurrected Phoenix Man. Then after that, he like goes into Phoenix Falcon mode.
Sorry, I'm pulling it up.
Yeah. Then after that,
This
he would
is
like
chapter 90 something. No, this is not chapter 90 something.
then after that he like goes in like prominence Hawk mode. he's like he's again like are like significant just amps he keeps adding on. So not only like was he like executive level, he hits like 2 more amps after that, and now we're on like the final point, like the final amp that I think he has.
Mhm.
So yeah, so those are like he's already like so like, through the second amp, he's already executive level. That's what we agreed to earlier. Then he gets another amp after that.
I think that him being executive level is not confirmed.
Well, we kind of already agreed to that, bro.
I didn't necessarily agree to the
Yes, you
fact that
did.
he was executive level.
You
I
incoherently
said there was a
agreed.
potential that he could be
Wait,
executive level.
wait. When I made that statement multiple times and you gave no refutation,
Yes,
that's you indirectly like agreeing in the debate.
I agreed with you on a specific uh, point. Is that he could be a high executive level. I never said that he is a high executive.
When I kept making that statement that he was, and like you gave again no refutation because I was using it as an axiom within a debate. Then
Okay.
and you gave like no inherent refutation. That's you indirectly agreeing. And I already
Well, when
gave.
you asked me, and I
Hold on.
specifically told you.
Wait, and I gave my reason to why I think he would actually. Then after
Okay,
that,
okay, then I'll give you the counter towards that, which was that he says that my endless life force would make me above a cadre. That is in the implication that he can continually resurrect. So it doesn't mean that necessarily in his current state that he can or that he is cadre
that's
level,
not
but that he has the potential to be. And
that's
it
not
is
that's
coincided
not
with
what
the
he
fact that
says.
he is talking about Garo, and he says that Garo has the potential to
That's not
become
what he
a
that's not
quote
what he
unquote
says.
new Monster King.
That's not what he
Okay, can you
says.
tell?
As long as I have my endless life force and this ability, creating an army of immortal monsters will be easy tasks. Even
Yes.
the monster associate executives will be set aside to foil me. So he's saying they're below him, right? We know this is the case
Yes.
because he verbatim says, "I feel like I become a god," implying god level threat. So that means he agrees that. I mean, that means he knows he's above them. And I've already gave the argument earlier why, like, how big I think the amp is from like each one.
Okay.
You can't quantify why the amp would be different. The only assumption you can go is that it's the same.
Listen, I've said my points on the specific points on why I do not think that number one, I do not think that the amp is reliable as well. I think it's an assumption, and to the fact that he is saying that potentially he has the power. Now I will give a specific scan as to why he is not above cadre level.
Okay.
Okay. Are you aware that at the end, when he went through all of his amps, including the Child Emperor absorption beam, that he tried to attack Child Emperor at the very end?
Let me see. Okay, so first amp, dragon, next executive, next above executive. That's what I have it at. Then he would get amps after that. Well, how about this? To make this debate easier, if you think you accurately like debunk my Phoenix Man scaling, and the judges think so also, we can just if I lose my Phoenix Man scaling, then I lose the whole debate. If you win the Phoenix Man scaling, then you win the whole debate. Like you don't even got to scale the other cadres. This is just only dependent on my scaling, basically. You don't even have to scale your other cadres. If you win this point, then like you win the whole debate. Is that fine with you?
Um, I would
I'm
have.
literally telling. Well, I'm literally telling you, like, I'm giving you
Well,
permission.
that's
Like,
what the basis of your claim is on.
yes. So ninth. All right. Yeah, this is Kava. That's like a week. Yeah, that's the regular dragon level one. This is yeah. I think Child Emperor should fight dragon levels.
This is before he dies, though.
Yeah, this is before. This is before he gets all those amps. You realize that, right? Do you want me to show you why?
Why?
Okay, so you see you see his clothing, right? You see his clothing.
Yes.
Okay. Do you realize those are like the same? Like that's like the same version. That's like called like dragon level. That's just regular dragon level. You realize that, right?
Okay. I've got to clarify something. Can somebody send me what they use for scans? Because I don't know whether it's differentiating which one is the redraw and which one is not the redraw.
I don't think it matters to me. It doesn't matter to me, bro.
It does matter because redraws are
I already get
considered
my
canonical.
well. I already get my argument why I don't think that matters. So again, that's up to the judges based off what's been argued in the debate who won that point. So the redraw point.
The redraw was with the penguin mode where he like opens the dimension.
Yes.
That
Okay,
that
that's the
version's
one.
the
That's what I'm
redraw
using.
mode. If you want, you guys can go like you guys can like make a final argument or if like like the redraws like matter. I hold on. I guess
Okay.
I'm like kind of confused. So Deadboy, you're saying that like the redraws are still valid within the scaling, but they're only for like story sense, or
No, I think it's like verbatim stated somewhere. Like on everything I love, it's verbatim stated somewhere. I saw the scan. He just redraws it because he doesn't think he did a good job of drawing it. Like he doesn't like the way like his art looked. It's literally what he says.
So
He says he feel
so
like
you're saying that okay, so you're saying that what occurs outside of the redraws still counts to be canonical?
yes.
Okay, I'll send a debunk for that right now.
Okay.
yeah. Let's stay on this point because this kind of like is important to like,
It's based off of
Kava.
redraws.
Shin.
Yes. Listen,
All right.
one stated himself that he asked Murata to redraw certain fights, especially within the Boro scenario, because he believed that it didn't hold true to their specific characters, which would imply that that character that was
Why? Hold on.
portrayed in
I think I
Murata's
have the
drawing.
scan. Hold on. I have the scan while he redraws it. I think I have the scan.
Well, I mean, if he was gonna redraw it, why would he add like the weird like mental dimension thing that he takes Child Emperor into? If he was just redrawing it to make the artwork look better.
Hold on. Wait. This is the debate.
It's
Hold on.
leave this to
Hold on. Yeah.
us to, but
Yeah, I'm about to say
Sorry.
there has to be something he
Sorry,
has to
Fang
argue.
would eat Darkshine. This is like a debate right now. Like
Yeah,
you're good.
yeah. But
like if it wasn't the tournament, I don't think they would care. But
Mhm.
this is just like going on the bracket. So
Yeah, again, I don't know where you get that statement from, but again, hold on, let me see. No, I think he just redraws it because he doesn't think the art was good enough at all. He explains because he rushed these chapters. That's what he says. I had to get the interview though. It's verbatim in the interview. Yeah, right here. It's like shown. He just redraws it. He redraws it because he wants to do a better job on the art.
Where'd you send this?
I'm about to send it. I'm about to show you a comparison. So you know it's redrawn like
Okay.
3 times in the original Japanese manga. You know that, right?
Huh? Can you
It's
repeat that?
redrawn
Sorry.
3 times. It's redrawn 3 times in the original Japanese manga.
Okay.
And it's like literally all saying the same. It's literally all like saying the same thing. He's just doing it so he feels like his art can be better. And even so, intuitively, you can tell how much the detail like got amped as he redraws it.
Okay.
But all the same events are essentially still happening. Like I'm saying the parts that he didn't redraw could still like be canon because he felt like it was like already good enough for him to like he didn't have to redraw it, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Let me read these. Okay,
And we
so he
know-
kept a lot of them the same.
Yeah, he kept it the same, right? But then you literally see afterwards he's adding more detail into it. That's all he's trying to do. So I'm saying he's just adding more detail into it. This holds more like to my interpretation that he would just redraw only to like make the art look better. And I'm saying the parts that he didn't redraw would like be like wouldn't Sensei is humble to the fact, but in fact, when making corrections, we have a discussion with two people, including the story that one teacher is. What? Like that? This doesn't like say anything.
This is saying for interpretation because it's choppy translating Japanese to English, but what he's saying is that when we do corrections, and he's talking about corrections, which applies to redraws, of course, but the people who he's talking with, it's in reference to the story.
The story that one teacher is amazing. I don't think that's in reference to that at all. Again, you can't tell that from that. I think we could just like go off like what we both say. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion off of like this choppy like half English like shit. But it's fine. If you think you won this point, yet again, we can like leave this up to the judges. But I think like my arguments like outvalue yours. What I presented here. Is that fine with you?
What he's saying again is that Murata goes over with one certain things to make corrections, and that he values his story, and the important part is story, because one does give Murata some leniency in how he writes a story, and he creates his own characters sometimes, and he does his own interpretation.
Because one tries to keep it towards like around the same level of his story that he created, like towards the webcomic, right?
He needs it to be in relevance to his story. Yes.
Yeah. This Phoenix Man fight at all, like these Phoenix Man's fight, the Orochi fight, all of that, it has no relevance at all to the webcomic. Like this is like Murata stuff. This is Murata. But
Murata is not creating this. He's going in context.
Wait. Phoenix Man had no like he did not do like any of the shit that you're showing me right here and redrawing or like the regular one. This was like not at all in the webcomic. He has no feats in the webcomic at all. So I'm saying this is Murata.
I'm aware.
Yeah, okay, so this is Murata adding something onto the story, and it's just him redoing it himself. Him not trying to keep
it. He asks one for approval before he does all this stuff.
Wait. To one story. This and this certain part wouldn't be one story.
But he asks him for approval before he does something new. So it is still under one's discretion.
I mean, yeah, and then one gave him the shit to say you can do it, right? And then he redrew it multiple times. I sent the scan so you can add more detail into it. Like I've been saying this the whole time, but yet again, we're getting circular, and I don't have time to be circular. I'm about to go on the phone with a girl, so I think we can just leave this point up to the judges. All right.
Again, when he redraws, he makes sure that is contingent upon canonical.
Okay. You keep repeating yourself. You keep repeating yourself. I think I've already won the point, so you can lead this point up to the judges. I already gave my interpretation. Okay. If they want us to go to conclusions, we can. You can conclude first.
Yeah.
Because again,
if you need more, just want to go to conclusions right now.
If you need more scans for me to send about how, I just think
how
redraws take precedent.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I want to go to conclusions because like I don't have all night. So if you think you won based off the shit you sent me, because I already think I won. Like when I presented my arguments and stuff. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. You can conclude first. Don't bring up any new arguments for your conclusion. So go
ahead. For my conclusion, my whole point was to say that we didn't even get to the point where I got to argue that Child Emperor is relative to Phoenix Man, because you just dismissed that by saying that the old version still, like, you didn't even address my point. You just said that the new version has no validity. Like, I'm confused to where your argument holds. Basically, in the redrawn version, he's relative. He says that for some reason that the original versions to which he is given, which are also based on assumptions that he thinks are logical, somehow take priority over the redrawn version, in which it is officially shown as approved by one that Child Emperor is relative to Phoenix Man. Therefore, he would not be stronger than Cadres. I could go into why
No, don't
to
do
the
that.
Child Emperor scaling, but we didn't even go into that, so I'll just leave it at that point. So.
Okay. So in conclusion, with this whole point, I give a refutation. I said that's the same exact Phoenix Man that would have first just became a dragon. So that's fine. That's fine for him to like just become a dragon, and Child Emperor be relative to that version of him. That's only dragon level. We know this is consistent because that same one, and within the redrawn version, is stated to become a dragon, and that's the one that Child Emperor is relative to. That singular one that's only dragon level. But we do know after that, then like I approved like he should be like above dragon level, right? So he should be above like other executives and shit. So I've already like gave that reasoning to like why I think each jump should be a disaster level jump, and like he kind of already agreed to that. So if that falls back onto like the redrawn point, I stated multiple times, right? And in debates, if you can give a preponderance of evidence to like help your interpretation, then like I think that should hold more value. So I think I showed a preponderance of evidence when I said multiple times in my initial claim is that he only redraws it just to make the art look better. Then I sent a scan where he redrew it 3 times. He redrew it 3 times, right, to make it just look better, not to change the story at all. He's just doing it to redraw it, right? And I kept saying multiple times with the parts that he didn't redraw, he felt like he already did a good enough job, right? Because I already sent the scans earlier of him like adding just more detail to it, but them literally saying the same things, right? And then later on, he sent a scan of like it's saying one sensei is humble, but in fact, when making the corrections, we have a discussion. I'm not sure how you can come to any conclusions off of like broken English. So those that again can just be dismissed because I don't know what he's talking about. But that's broken. That's broken English. I don't know what conclusion you can come off of that. So basically, I'm just using safest assumptions and stuff like that. And basically, he never had any contention with me saying multiple times that one said him like that. Murata said himself. He just redraws it because he didn't think he did a good enough job.
I actually did
Don't
contend
cut me
to
off
that multiple times. But yeah, okay, you're right.
Right, but basically, I think I won like the redrawn part, like why I think why I think it should still be like canonical to the story, and even if not, that's not the same Phoenix Man I like been using. Like that's just like the regular like when I just became Dragon, and like basically if my translation point goes through, then I win the whole like entire debate because he did not like give a valid refutation to me being like above Dragon level. So yes, I think that's why Phoenix Man beats like the Cadres. But you can give y'all judgments now.
Are we doing fallacy
You wanna-
counts or?
No, they just not vice.
I mean, you guys can do conclusions. That was
Skinny, did you want to do your judgment first, or do you want me to go?
You can go first.
and based off what's been argued, don't based off what y'all actually think.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Of course.
I know.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, so my judgment would be Dead Boy did win for like multiple reasons, which I'll get into. So like with like I feel as though like his scaling did go uncontested, right? And he even like kind of like shoved the mic in Kava's face, like if my scaling doesn't go through, you would just win the debate. So unfortunately, due to that, Kava just never went into like why Child Emperor would be below the Cadres. So
well. He told me I couldn't. What am I supposed to do? You just said I have to leave. Sorry.
I just said that. I just
It's a rhetoric
he like
device,
pushed
man.
the mic in your
Yeah,
face.
it's a rhetoric device.
Yeah,
They
he
did it on
pushed.
purpose.
Well,
Yeah, he pushed the mic in
so
your
I can't
face.
even call a fallacy on that burden of rejoinder. Like I can't say anything
No.
towards the fact that
Well,
he
that's
says I'm leaving right now.
But the debate's over
What?
now.
Hold on, wait, Kava.
Okay, you can go. Sorry, I apologize.
Kava. So, yeah, so like, based off like that, I think like he did win like the scaling point. He did have like a solid like preponderance to say that each revival a Phoenix man did make him stronger, which at the end of the day, which is like all he was trying to prove, like when he was like putting like the mic to your like face again, he was saying if his scaling didn't go through, then he would have just lost debate regardless. And I don't believe you made a proper refutation to scaling. Then on like the subject of if like the redraws are like supposedly like different, right? I think that that Dead Boy did also show a higher preponderance of evidence and did like show more evidences to like support his claim than you did, Kyle. So I would, based off these reasons, I would give the win to Dead Boy.
Would you like me to give my judgment too?
Yeah.
Well, how
You're
many
like a
judges are
judge.
there?
There's
Two.
two.
If you're a judge, you should. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also believe that, I believe that this debate, like, teetered on two main points. The first one being, like Raptor said, the whole scaling chain that, not scaling chain, but the scaling that Dead Boy gave, with Phoenix Man getting stronger after every resurrection, and with him like absorbing like the Millennium Emperor Nova and stuff like that. And yeah, you basically gave no contention to that. And then the other part of the debate is the whole redraw thing, whether the redraws like take priority over the originals or vice versa. I think Dead Boy gave a higher preponderance of evidence that the originals are still canon.
All right. GG's Kava. And